Okay, hi you guys. This is actually my second time filming this video. I wanted to do it a little bit better than I did previously. So let's try to get into this again. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel for those of you who have been here before. So I am just gonna make a quick little disclaimer. I am so sorry that I have not posted in like a month. I've been honestly depressed, honestly tired, honestly super high. And actually right now I'm about to go on a date with my boyfriend, and I was like, let's kill two birds with one stone. And since I'm already like glammed and stuff to go on a date and I'm early, let's film some videos. So that's what I'm doing. And I actually been wanting to talk to you guys about this topic for super long, and it is transitioning in high school. So I'm gonna do so many different parts to this, you guys, because I want like you guys can comment and tell me like questions you might have. And I just want to make this a big series because you can't summarize 4 years into one little video. So the whole reason I made this channel is literally just to help other trans people and like doing something that I wish I would have had. So that's the whole reason I'm here. So if you have questions, I'm gonna just answer your questions because I'm gonna keep it really real with you, because I want you guys to just like feel like you have someone in your corner. So yeah, I'm just gonna go over kind of my history of transitioning in high school in this video, just kind of how I did it, and then probably in the part 2 of this one, which I'll make at some point, I'll go into answering questions you guys had left under this video, as well as like just general advice. Like this video is more just kind of summarizing to you guys my experiences transitioning in high school, like when, how, general reactions, stuff like that. My story starts, I'll start with my freshman year. I had just came out of 9 years of private school. So from kindergarten to 8th grade, I was in a private school, so I couldn't color my hair, I couldn't wear uniforms, couldn't obviously wear makeup, stuff like that. So once I got to high school, I was like, let me experiment. So I started dyeing my hair all crazy types of colors. I'm going to try to put up a picture or two here. I had crazy colored hair. And then I also was wearing makeup, but I was wearing very subtle makeup, like just mascara and like filling in my brows and like concealer. Stuff like that is kind of how it started. I did that all through my freshman year of high school, but I would say by the end of my freshman year, I was pretty confident, like, babe, I'm trans. But it just wasn't the right time. I wasn't even ready to like fully like go into that. So I did the same thing for basically the first half of my sophomore year, where I was like just kind of like wearing makeup, coloring my hair, but still presenting pretty much as male, just like pretty gay. And so then around my halfway through my sophomore year of high school, I was like, oh baby, I'm trans. But I remember thinking, like, if I'm trans, I want to be like a bad bitch. Like, I want to feel confident, I want to look hot, I don't want to give people a reason to talk shit. So, and I remember I had just started growing my hair out at this point, like sophomore year, mid through is when I decided I'm gonna start growing it. So at this point, I just decided to start growing it. So it's still super short, my extensions look terrible, I'm not good at makeup, I haven't been on hormones that long, my face still looks masculine. Like, I just knew I wouldn't look good if I transitioned at that exact moment that I knew I wanted to. So and plus it was like literally in the middle of the school year, so like I have been going to classes with these people for 6 months, and then just one day to come in as a girl, like, it's gonna be such a culture shock and such like a big thing that I didn't want to do that. I wanted to wait until it was like summer break. So like, because I feel like on the first day of school, everyone's worried about themselves, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, do I look good? Like, I'm scared for my new classes, all this, like, they're just so focused on that first day madness. I feel like I would go as under the radar as possible, which is why I decided to do it on like the first day of school. So my first day of junior year is when I officially came to school, like full inches, full girl outfit, full ass, full titties, everything. And it was honestly the happiest day of my life. Like, it was so nerve-wracking, but honestly, like, I thought it was nerve-wracking, obviously, but like, I thought I would probably be more nervous. Like, I honestly was just like, bitch, I'm ready. I've been feeling this face for years. Like, I need to just do it. That second half of sophomore year, like I said, is when I started to transition, but I didn't fully present as a woman. Like, I was like going out with extensions and women's clothing and like transitioning socially. So like, if I were to go like with my friends to the mall, like, I'm gonna have inches, I'm gonna have hair, and I have to fully just live my life as a woman. But I just didn't do it in school just because that was like a whole other beast. You're gonna have so many people talking shit about you. I had so many people who I didn't even know hating me. Like, it was so common to where I would, every time I would meet a new person, they'd be like, oh, do you know this person, like Justin or Ryan or Brock or some stupid shit like that. I'd be like, no. And they'd be like, look at his snap. And they like show me his snap, and it's like, fuck that bitch, Maddie Downs. If I see that bitch wearing short shorts in my school again, I'm gonna beat the fuck out that hoe. And I'm like, who is this? Like, literally, why do you care that much? It was really weird. And that happened to me all the time. But I would say that was probably at least once a week I would hear of someone wanting to beat my ass or someone who hated me who I didn't even know. But I will say, out of my 2 years of being fully transitioned and 4 years of being just openly LGBT in high school, I've had like 2 people talk shit to my face. So I think that does a lot. You could talk behind my back. It does not bother me. It really did not bother me that much. I just think it's silly and stupid. And the fact that you're not even saying it to my face, it's like, and I don't know you, like, I'm sorry. Why would I care? So yeah, the students, I definitely had trouble with a few, but I would say majority, I was pretty good. I had a good group of friends. Most people respected me. Most. I definitely had teachers who totally disrespected me. My sophomore and junior year, I had the same teacher for forensics and anatomy. And so my junior year, when I transitioned, I came in and I told everyone I was changing my name, like in the process of getting it legally changed. So please refer to me as Maddie, she, her, all that stuff. He would always call me Maddie, but he would always refer to me as he, him, and he would call me Mr. Maddie. Mr. Maddie, I remember. He did that like twice, and I was like literally ready to cry my eyes out. And then one time there was this girl behind me, my friend Maggie, and we were in anatomy, so he was talking about reproduction, and I remember he used me and her in an example. Like, he was like, oh, if Maggie and Maddie had a kid or whatever, something like that. Basically just calling me a man, being like, you have male reproductive organs, pretty much, in front of the entire class that I had. So it was and some of them didn't even know I was trans, so I bet some of them were like, huh? It was just terrible. He was just an awful human. But he was probably the worst teacher. Most teachers, I must say, did respect me and were respectful and just, you know, did the right thing. And if they ever messed up, they would always, like, apologize and, you know, talk to me. And I was still, you have to be so understanding. You have to have such thick skin. If you're going to transition and you don't have thick skin, you can't transition. I'm sorry. You just can't. It's so fucking hard. It's so mentally draining. It's so exhausting. It's so many things. It's so worth it. But at the end of the day, it's not nowhere near just, like, fun and great all the time. Like, I ended up taking a lot of co-ed gyms. So my first freshman and sophomore year, I was specifically boys gym girl. So my junior year, I realized that's not going to work anymore. But I also could have probably gone to girls gym, but I didn't want to, just because I'm that type of person where I'm like, I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. I would feel uncomfortable if I'm making someone else feel uncomfortable. So I don't want to put myself in that position. And just being like in a strictly girls only place. So actually my school did offer co-ed yoga, actually, although there were no boys in there. They could join if they wanted to, which was the point. So no one could be like, you're trans, get out of here, this is for girls only, you know what I mean? Even though there were no boys there, they were allowed to join, is the point I'm trying to make. But for my entire high school experience, I don't even really talk about this because it's honestly like, it's embarrassing, but they only had a girls' locker room. Even though boys were allowed to join yoga, literally there was not one. So they had no boys' room to dress or anything. So it was literally, they only had one locker room, was just for girls. So I used to, again, change in the bathroom all the time, because literally every day, because I never once actually stepped foot in the locker room. And again, it's not like I wasn't allowed to. Like, if I made a big deal about it and went to my principal, it's like, bitch, I want to go in the girls' locker room, I would have been there tomorrow. Like, I would have been in there tomorrow. I wanted to. Like, I know that I'm not staring at anyone. I would hope no one would be staring at me. Like, it's not like that. Like, I literally would get in there and change and leave, you know, like a normal human. I just didn't want to feel like if my eyes even, like, move, someone could be like, she was staring at me, or they were, like, you know, preying on me or something like that. Like, I just have a super huge fear of that, because I know that happens to trans people. Again, it has never happened to me, but that's probably only because I've never put myself in that situation. But nowadays in my current college, guys, I don't tell anyone I'm trans, and I just do everything that all the other girls do, because I've like come to that point in my transition where I don't need to. But at this point, I can acknowledge that, yeah, like I didn't look perfect. I didn't look like just like every other girl. So I kind of knew my place. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm gonna leave that at that for this video. Follow me on TikTok if you want. I have a lot of pre-transition pictures on there as well. So it's Madeline Juice. I'm gonna link it in the description. Thank you. Leave your comments. I'm so excited for part 2. There's so much. Just literally, guys, just like a general overview, getting everyone up to date on the same page on high school transitioning. Okay? Okay. Love you.